Started then for you. We're being joined today by Oliver Hollands from Victoria. Ollie, thanks for coming on the show.
No, no worries. Thanks for having me.
All right. So first of all, guys, I just wanted to say if you've got any questions for Ollie at the end of the show, please sound off in the comment section below. Ollie, so how would you describe yourself if you were to play to describe to everyone else?
Um, I think a bit of an inside-outside mid. Can play on the ball or play on a wing or a half forward. So, I think my running ability sort of complements that a bit. So, yeah.
There's been talked a bit that you're a good two-way runner in the inside mid as well. And you averaged just above 20 possessions, or had over 20 possessions every game, bar round one, which was injury affected. How's the nerves feeling with the draft? 2 weeks exactly now to the draft.
Yeah, feeling pretty good. It's a very exciting time. Not long to go now. So, feeling very excited and can't wait for it to happen.
Are you happy to play in any state if that was the case, if you had to move outside of Victoria?
Yeah, of course. Happy to go. Yes, it's a dream just to be able to play footy. So, yeah, happy to go anywhere.
Now, also, your brother Elijah's at the Gold Coast Suns. I'm sure has he given you any advice on how to handle this draft period and transition from after you'd been picked up?
I guess more so probably just enjoy the moment, especially what I'm going through at the minute. It's very exciting after, but yeah, I guess it's fairly simple, sort of just bit of off-field stuff, more so. But yeah, not too much. But yeah, that's pretty much been it, really.
How many clubs have you spoken to so far, and who would you say you've spoken to the most?
So I've spoken with all the clubs, which has been pretty exciting, and there's a lot of interviews, and they've all got their different questions to ask. But I think there's been a few clubs that I've had 2 or 3 interviews with. So I've spoken to Carlton a few times, Western Bulldogs times, and so they're probably the 2 that I've had couple interviews with. But yeah, now I've got a couple clubs coming up, me and the family. So still a few to go, which is exciting. So yeah.
Do you think there could be any possibility that you could potentially join your brother at the end of, in 2 weeks' time at the Gold Coast?
I think so. I guess you never know what could happen on the night. I guess there's potential of there being trades, and I guess you just never know what could happen. So I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Have you been asked any weird recruiter questions? Because I've been asked a few guys. I've had some odd questions in the past. I've heard if you were a car, what car would you be? Have you had any weird or off-the-cuff type questions that spooked you off and were surprised that it came about?
Not really. Not me personally. I had heard a few interesting questions that I've spoken about before. That I heard one of the clubs asked one of the boys how to spell Fujitsu backwards. So I guess that's really been it. But for me, nothing really out there.
What team did you grow up for as a kid?
I was a Blues supporter growing up. My grandfather played there, so pretty much the family grew up going for Carlton. So yeah.
So have you now? When I was speaking to Mateus Philippou, he had a lot of self-confidence about himself, and when I spoke to Josh Weedle and Ruben Gimme, they were a bit more conservative. Are you a bit more conservative when talking about yourself as well?
I think so. Yeah, definitely. Having a little bit of humility about yourself is always good to have. But I guess also having that confidence, talking about yourself that you can achieve things. But yeah, obviously having that bit of humility, and yeah.
Outside of Will Ashcroft, who would you say is the best player in this year's draft?
Good question. I think Aaron Cadman. I think is probably one of the damaging players in the draft. So I think the Giants should take him with pick 1. So yeah, I think probably matters.
Have you got any superstitions before games?
No, nothing really. I guess nothing really.
That's fair enough. Actually, hang on. I don't know if you know this guy named Ollie Northam, but he's saying, can you give us your best owl noise, Ollie?
Oh, no. I've nothing there.
He's been spamming a little bit. Real appreciate Ollie for coming on. Hopefully your dreams get realised in a few weeks' time, and you get to play for the club that you want to play for a very long time. So, and all the best in a few weeks' time.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.